Hey everyone, good morning. Vincent Nguyen here for Tipline. How are you this morning? I hope everyone's doing well. And today being 9/11, before we proceed with our live this morning, as we wait for more people to come in, I'd like to take a brief 10 seconds. Oh, sorry, second, let me mute this. Okay, so I'd like to take a brief 5-7 seconds to just remember everyone that was lost 22 years ago with the Twin Towers and whatnot, and everyone that gave their life during that period. So okay, all right, so I hope everyone had a great weekend. We've got a big week ahead of us here. I think there's some really nice ticker that's gonna move. Hey, good morning, Joe, Sway. Is it your first live? I mean, I know you've had some amazing time at the Emerging Man, and I'm very happy you're back, doing well, of course. So let me know how everyone's doing this morning. I want to, share with us how you did this, what you did this weekend, whatnot. I know I'm going to jump straight into the market here because I know it's going to open up here in 15 minutes. So let's jump in and take a look at the charts, shall we? Okay, so this is the chart. Hey, Ron, welcome to the community, my friend. Before we get going, I want to look at the market as a whole really quick here. SPY is green. So, oh my gosh, what happened here? I have no idea what this drawing is, but we'll just leave that alone for now. I think I was explaining some stuff with my brother this weekend. So SPY is basically very bullish right now. The last 4-hour trading is just sitting right at the 20 SMA on the 4-hour chart, and it's at the tip, at the very, very, very tip of the 3 EMA, and it's hovering above the 200, so super bullish. Watch for SPY to go, okay? And it's going to bring the rest of the market with it. NASDAQ, NDX, where are you? Do I not have that on here? Okay. All right. Oh, hold on a second. Not that one. Okay, here we go. All right. So conversely, NASDAQ is, I see a little bit of a pause here, if you will, with NASDAQ, because it's trading above the 50, but right below the 20. Everyone, can you give me a thumbs up if the sound quality is decent, okay? If there's too much noise in the background, just a quick thumbs up and let me know, okay? Okay, so watch for NASDAQ to open up above or below the 8 EMA. And if it opens below all three of the moving averages, the 3, the 20, and the 8, then expect some red today. Okay, so I'm going to jump straight into the team ticker request this morning. I know CGC was one of them. I'm going to take a look at the day chart really quick here and see how the stock is performing. I believe we've TA'd this one before. It's green right now. After pre-market, it's opening up, let's see, 12% in pre-market. So I know the one-day chart doesn't show it, the movement, but I'm going to see what it's doing. So it looks like it is going to gap up this morning when the market opens. My concern is this, okay, without even going into the lower time frame, it's going to gap up. And this is the end of, in my opinion, it's going to be wave 3, 2 to 3. So watch for this gap up this morning and then a quick price drop at some point coming down. So watch for CGC to gap up here in this range this morning, and then watch for a potential retracement here. Okay, so I'm looking at throughout the day, today or tomorrow, it's going to look like, in my opinion, if I was betting this, it's going to gap up and then it's going to retrace. Amber, shh, hey, baby girl, shh. Sorry about that. That's Amber here. So I'm looking at maybe, let's see here. I want to say at least conservatively a 15 to 20% retracement. That's just what I'm thinking it's going to do, since it's going to gap up at least 10 to 15% this morning. So let's look at the 4-hour chart here. 4-hour chart on CGC. Yeah, watch for this open this morning here. $1.03. It already, 4-hour chart is already peaking up. Hey, good morning, Yim. I know it's really early in your area, so I really appreciate you coming on this early to join us. Yeah, so anyways, CGC, the high was $1.15, and that I believe is going to be, I think that's going to be the end of wave 4 to 5, at least for the 4-hour chart. Okay, so, and then it will, we've seen this time and time again, it will come back and test the 93-cent range here, and then as all harmonic patterns go, we're looking at some sort of a retracement. Okay, probably come down. I mean, just look at where price target 1 is. It's at about 63 cents, and that's the bottom of wave 4 to 5. So watch out for this, and we'll monitor this week as we progress, because this is going to happen overnight. Obviously, this is going to be a movement that we'll see sometime this week. Who was it that asked about CGC? AIM, are you on? I'm not sure if you're on, but that being said, let's look at what's happening on the 10-minute chart here. The 10-minute chart is a little messy, and I apologize for that, just because when I use the 10-minute chart, I use it to trade intraday, or I scalp. So I have a little bit more studies on there that gives me a broader perspective. And so the 10-minute chart had a very bullish grab pattern that got invalidated right at around 93 cents here. And as you can see here, it came up, touched the XA point here, and then just broke above. But you know what though? This push up doesn't mean that it's going to continue to break up higher. Okay, so be careful with this here. Be careful with this play, because right now it's very bullish on the 10-minute chart, but be careful. The minute things starts to break down below the 8 EMA, the 50, and then guess what? You're looking at a price target 1 of 84 cents at some point. Yeah, so yeah, this broke up, but it doesn't mean that the market is going to forget that there was a very bearish pattern here. So it's going to have to retrace at some point. And just look at where, it's interesting because look at where price target 1 is. Price target 1 is hovering right above the 200 moving average on the 10-minute chart. So what do I always say about moving averages? On the lower time frame, the 200 acts as support when it breaks through the 20, the 3, the 50, if it breaks down. Okay, otherwise keep an eye on that. So this is going to be an interesting stock to look at today, because there's a lot of movement here. And feel free to ping me throughout the day today if you have any questions in our community. Okay, thumbs up. All right, so iNZY is the next one. I think iNZY had some movement as well. So let's go back and look at the hour chart and see what the day chart and see what's happening here. The day chart, I know we TA'd this as well. So this is the day chart. Prices, I mean, it's consolidating right here, and I know I have an arrow drawing downwards. So look at what it's already doing here. So this is This is the day chart. So my thinking is the bears try to push it all the way down, and then the bull stepped in to buy up the dip, okay? So technically, this is extremely bullish. Look at this wave. Wow, so wave 3 to C was here. Came down, nearly touched the 200-day. This is the 200-day moving average. So it makes it extremely bullish, okay? So it came down, bull stepped in, pushed it up. Now, the question is this a true closure of wave B to C, or is this the end for the bull for now? Are the bears going to step in and go, you know what? We made this first attempt to drop the price down to the 200, but the bull stepped in. But now look at what's happening. Look at what happened on Friday. They stepped in again, right? So let's look at the 4-hour chart and see what happened there. What's happening there? So right now, the market is just ping-ponging back and forth until something happens, and I think that something is going to be a run-up to the 200 period moving average on the 4-hour chart, and that's going to be about $5.34. Now, if you know anything about support and resistance, the first time a stock price tries to break above a resistance, guess what? It's going to break up, maybe. It's going to tap it, but it's going to come back down and retest. And at some point, if it gets rejected, guess what? It's coming back down. And where is that down? That down was, let's see here, it was down here again at the 200 moving average. Because that's where the bears want to take it. The bulls want to take it up here above the 50. The bears want to take it down. So right now it's trading up and down in this area, consolidating until someone makes a decision on, well, it comes down to see who has the bigger pocketbook. So I would watch that. What else was there, guys, besides iNZY and CGC that we wanted to look at? Can someone just either post it in the comment or in our community? While we're doing that, let's take a look at FNGR. Okay, FNGR is green at 2.8% in pre-market today. I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't know where FNGR is going. I've always stated that FNGR is bullish on the larger time frame, but it needs to retrace on the lower time frame. At least with the 4-hour chart, okay? At least with the 4-hour chart. So here's the 4-hour chart. I drew out this flow, but before I get to the downside, because of this breakup already, it's already halfway up to the price target of $8.29. Okay, I want to make note the importance of this price target because it's halfway there. The question is, are the bulls going to have enough dry powder to drive this upward instead of down? Okay, so is it going up or is it going down? Either way, it's going to be about the same percentage going up and down from where the price is at right now, which is at $6.61, which is right here. So if you're going up, that's 25%. If you're going down to price target 1, that's 22%. So it's a coin toss right now. But if I was a betting man, and if I'm gambling on the FNGR, and as far as it's already ran, I'm going to make the call that it's going to either come down and bounce off of the 618 at $5.63, or they're going to nail the 50 moving average on the 4-hour chart right here, and it's going to bounce off of this long-term trend line that's been forming. Okay, so that's FNGR. I'm going to keep an eye on it. I know there are calls for what, $11, $12 coming in to the options chain, but to me, all of that is just hype. You know, all of what you see on social, people are hyping, is not what I'm seeing that's being mapped out here in literally real time in front of me. I trust the data. I don't trust the hype. I don't trust the options chain. But they all seem to work together. And as of right now, I am with the mind that this is what's going to happen with this retracement, at least down to a 20 moving average on the 4-hour chart, $6. Okay, just stay safe, guys. Stay safe. Okay, Sway, I just went over FNGR. We'll look at GTII. Market is open. I'm going to change the chart to CGC is up 11%. Let's see here. We'll see what happens with CGC. 1090, let's see, $1.04, $6. And then we'll see what happens here, guys. AMC, let's look at AMC really quick, okay? AMC, I know it's up 3.41%. It had good movement around 4 a.m. or really early pre-market this morning. I drew this out with the head and shoulder formation here. Let me move this over. If you watch my video on AMC, you know that I am bullish on AMC. I know it's an oxymoron because AMC has dropped so much, and in my opinion, it is because it dropped so much. The pattern lines up that we should see this bullish left shoulder that was formed back in August 15th of 23. So I'm sorry, yes, August, and then we're fast forward to September, and then I'm looking at even towards the end of September or early October before it completes this neckline and then forms the right shoulder, and then we're off to the races. Okay, that's AMC. GTII really quick, it's up 1.49%. Had a very nice day, trading day on the 8th. And right now it's forming sort of a spinning top here. Volume is light. Volume is extremely light. Let me look at what it's doing since market open, okay? You know, you guys know how I feel about gap up, right? I mean, on a lower time frame, when it gaps up like this, mark my words, it's gonna come back down to close this gap. So be very careful if you're scalping or if you're looking at, if you're scalping or if you're swing trading. So it's testing this breakout right now on the 10-minute chart, which makes a lot of sense. It's gonna do, it's been doing this, and then it broke out. Guess what? It's gonna come back down and test this trend line. If it continues to break down, then we're looking at more downside, at least to the 200 period moving average, which is about 63 cents. And that's essentially where, I mean, if you look here, GTII has been trading. I mean, this is where GTII has been trading in this entire range that I've drawn out. Okay, so watch for this rejection here, if I will, at 68 cents. What else, guys? Anything else you want to look at? Oh yes, I did promise someone on Twitter that I would look at NVOS really quick here. Let's look at the day chart. I know I've TA'd NVOS to death here. So we want to watch today. It's very bullish. It needs to break the high of 34 cents before I get excited. And right now, even if it's going to have a bullish day, I'm thinking it's going to come back down and retest 24 cents or so before there's any more movement upwards on NVOS. That being said, let's look at the 4-hour chart. Yep, this is something that I drew out last week, and if we watch, I'm pretty sure it will adhere to this line that I've drawn out here, this pattern. Okay, so let's keep an eye on that. What's happening with it on the 10-minute chart? Yep, so same thing here. 10-minute chart, it still observes this line here. And then, yeah, I mean, price target, it already nailed 1 and 2, so I'm thinking it's going to come back down to at least 22 cents before something needs to happen, whether it's going to break down and break structure or break up and then just keeps going on NVOS. Okay, all right, so it was a previous runner, so we'll keep an eye on that. I believe there was NVOS, I can't remember what the other one was, GTI. All right, while my brain is working in the background, let's look at VFS. $15.70. Oh, so close. I'm watching for the $14 price entry target. Okay, guys, we've nailed this dollar for dollar ever since it hit $93 on the top side. Okay, so let's see what happens here over the next trading day or so. They've still got more shares to burn through, so I will get excited once VFS enters the $14 price range. That's when I'm gonna start getting really excited. Now, if it does hit the $12 price target, oh my gosh, get ready. It's gonna be an exciting day. Okay, was it? Guys, help me out here. Oh, TTOO. I know someone in our group is looking at what's happening with TTOO. Obviously my stance on TTOO has always been that whole FDA hype was a load of cow dung. Can I say that? I can say that, right? I'm looking at somewhere at least a minimum of 25 cents here. Don't forget to hit the like. Oh yes, wait, hey, yes, please, everyone, hit the like, comment, send me an email, send me a message to get this message out. I truly, truly, truly appreciate it. And if you find this information useful, please subscribe for my posts, my community posts and things like that, especially this week, because I am flying to the Apple event to cover the iPhone tonight. The event's tomorrow, and I'm going to be posting a bunch of stuff on at my iPhone YouTube channel. And then after that, I'm off to Japan for a few days of working over there, and then I'm going to Singapore. So I truly hope you join me on that journey. But meanwhile, while I have you here, I want to say that I'm super busy. I run a media company with my partners. I am a journalist. I'm all over the world. But at the end of the day, I am here for you guys. I'm here for the community. I will commit to showing up if you commit to staying true to yourself, especially when you say you're going to do something such as, I will sell at this price target. When the price target nails, you commit to yourself that you're going to take action. You're going to take the proper trade management to protect yourself, your investment, and not to murder money. Okay, regardless of what the hype is. If the price drops to a certain price target and you commit to getting out, and this is something that's hard for me to do because my brain goes all squirrely, especially my kryptonite is AMC. It just goes all stupid crazy when it comes to AMC. So I'm in the process of learning to commit to myself. But to commit to myself, I'm committing to you as well. I show up for you. I would love for you to commit to yourself to do what you say you'll do. And at the end of the day, if you need support, we're here as a community on Tipline for you as well. That's all I got to say about that, the whole psychology of trading. So just a quick side note. Back to TTOO. Sway, I blame you for me getting off track there. So TTOO, I'm looking at somewhere around 25 cents, guys. My price target originally For TTOO was, yeah, oh my gosh, look. Yeah, so it did nail the 29-cent price target that I called out a week and a half ago for TTOO. Look where it's going next. Price target 2 at 20 cents. 20 cents. Right? I mean, if you're going to tell me that harmonics doesn't work and it's a load of BS and all that crap, look at this. I mean, this was a bearish pattern that formulated back in, started in May, concluded in, let's see, August 3rd, and there are, let's see how many trading days left before this pattern is complete. Let's see here, we're looking at the 15th. 4 days, guys, mark my words, 4 days. It's hard to put a timing when it comes to price target, but there are 4 more days in this pattern, 4 more days in this pattern. And my thinking is, look at that, it's already gapped down today. So my thinking is on the 15th, we will see TTOO nailing the 20-cent price target, and the bears are gonna walk away winners, right? The pumpers are gonna walk away winners because they freaking sold underneath you when it was up here in the 60-cent range. What do you think this giant candle is? If the pumpers are pushing, you're buying this green candle. I mean, this by definition, God, I get so irate when I think of this. This green candle was pumpers pumping the stock up. This green candle, pumper pumping the stock up. This red candles, they're freaking selling under you. And then look at this gap down. You got toasted. And then this red candle, that's them selling under you. I mean, I sound like a little kid. I get so obnoxiously upset when I see this pattern. So yes, I'm telling you, don't be a victim to pumpers. Don't be a victim to hedge funds. So my mission, and I'm committing to you, to help you understand what's happening here so that you can protect yourself. So like I said, I hope you find this content useful, and we'll go more in, I'll have more videos on educational stuff like how can I look at a 20 moving average on any chart and tell whether it's trading bullish or bearish, right? I mean, before you jump into a trade and you're a bull, if the stock is trading bearish, are you going to take a long position? I mean, that's like walking into a lion's den and go, I think I'm going to sit there and have a burger. No, you are going to be their lunch for that day. So yeah, these are some of the things that I wish I had learned many years ago when I started out as trading. So I want to make sure that I can transfer a lot of my learning experience to you as traders. Okay, so with that being said, I'll check back today before my flight to California, and then we'll do a quick market recap. Meanwhile, please send me an email to, by the way, I have a new email address. It's tipline@vincent.tv. Shoot me an email there. I will do my best to answer all questions. I'll add your tickers to the daily wrap up or market live the next day, and then we'll just have a discussion moving forward. Okay. All right. I hope you found this useful. Thanks again. Vincent Nguyen here for Tipline. Thanks for watching.